There you go. How you doing there? Let's see here. Right behind me, we got the world famous Dodger Stadium. I might be coming to you throughout this season with different backdrops, different stadiums, in other words. Little updated advice here and there. This is Homer Cocktail 13. Homer Cocktail 13, yeah. And I'm going to give you the latest. And this is barely the first week of baseball. But if you go back into the beginning videos at the site, there's a method. This is only my second year of fantasy sports. And I won 3 championships out of 4 in my second year at my Homer Cocktail at yahoo.com site. You're allowed 4 teams per channel. And 3 of my 4 Homer Cocktails finished first place in football. The one that didn't finish in first finished in second. Close second. I've already had 1 year of baseball under my belt. And what I recommend from that first year of learning is don't burn out. Get yourself a good pitching staff. And don't do what I did last year, which is try to nickel and dime your way into a victory by checking daily. Checking daily about who's starting, who's not starting. Get yourself some strong pitchers that can go long innings. Traditionally strong pitchers there. And be careful. Be careful that you're not in a custom league where you need to have a minimum of 25 or 30 innings pitched, because then you might have to check a little more often. With the basic Yahoo League, it's going to allow you a minimum of 7 innings. And if you have a good staff, you don't have to stress out. Otherwise, you might burn out. That's just a recommendation. Maybe you're stronger, maybe you're a little more involved. And I go by the same premise as I did before. You need a good draft. You need to make adjustments. You need to manage your roster. Here and there, at the very least. Once a week, once a month, but you need to manage it. And then right before the playoffs, you need to want it. You need to want it. Then it's time to step up. And maybe then you want to do that, checking the roster every day a little more often to see which guy's playing, which guy's not, and especially with pitching. See, it really comes into account there. I'm going to give you 3 easy names that you can probably pick up right now. Alberto Callaspo from the LA Dodgers. He's batting 7 for 16 right now. And he's getting out on the base pads a lot. He plays second and third, so he fits 2 positions. He's probably better at this point than, say, your worst bench player. Find out who your worst bench player is. Make sure it's not someone that's overall, with the O rank, in other words, in the top 100, because people do go in slumps. Make sure it's a guy that hardly gets drafted. Sometimes he gets drafted, sometimes it's not. Pick up Callaspo and drop your worst bench player. Okay, that's what I recommend right now. This is the part of adjustments that I was talking about before. Now, as far as back catchers, Nick Hundley. It's not too often that you get a good hitting catcher. Johnny Bench, historically, he was good. Gary Carter, good. Mike Piazza, good. Today it's Joe Mauer. That's a solid bet to be holding his own. McCann from the Braves, he's decent. And there's some others. They say Carlos Santana, Buster Posey, those are some rising stars. But right now, Nick Hundley, at this point, keep an eye on him. He's doing pretty well out there. As far as pitching, it's only been 1 week so far, 1 outing, but there's a guy you could probably go get. Matt Harrison from the Texas Rangers. He fills in both as a starter and reliever right now. Gave 7 innings, struck out 8. So worth looking into. And the Rangers, as you know, last year had a pretty good fucking year. Excuse my language, but pretty good year. So this is these are adjustments, and the 4 parts: draft, adjustments, managing roster. These are some of the key moments here. Check the waiver wire, see who's gone, etc. Once a week, twice a week, whatever, early on, and then later on, rely on the strength of your managing skills. You guys have a good time. Hope you win some championships.